What is going on, everybody? My name is Brad. I'm the Pittsburgh Cardboard Junkie, and tonight I have 1992 Upper Deck Football wax box for you, or hobby box, whatever you want to call it. So what is the big pull with this? It's a Walter Payton autograph card. Very hard pull. This is going to be a miracle if it would happen. So there's only 2,800 of those autograph cards. They're hand numbered. So it would be an unbelievable pull because, of course, Walter Payton is no longer with us. So there are going to be no more Walter Payton autographs. I have heard it's an impossible pull. I don't know if all of them have been accounted for already. I don't even know how anybody could do that and figure that out. But there's no real big rookie in this at all. So there's not even a rookie to look for. But there are holograms, the Game Breaker hologram cards, which are cool looking. And then there's all Pro Bowl inserts, which are some early inserts because card sets didn't really have inserts yet. So like this was kind of like groundbreaking stuff back in 1992. But we're gonna see what we can pull. There are some Hall of Famers in here. You got Barry Sanders, you got Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman. There's a bunch of guys. You know, Marino, Favre. It would be a Favre second here. So not a whole lot of value in here, but you know, I do it for the fun, not so much for the value. So let's do this. A lot of packs to open tonight. I'm not doing the Flashback Friday series anymore. I'm just honestly going to just open pack boxes. And whenever this video falls, it falls. All right. I'm just not going to restrict myself to one night. Because I was just trying to only do rips on Fridays. But then I would find myself where, like, I'd have a brand new box and I'd want to open it right away. And I wasn't able to. So I'm just trying to release one video every day, at least a short. And that's my goal every day, is just to release one card video a day. So I know this set well as a kid. I mean, Upper Deck was more of the expensive stuff, so I don't have a ton of it from my childhood because I don't think I could afford it. There's probably a couple dollars a pack back then. I'm not going to name every player. There's Derek Thomas. There's our first star player. Darryl Green. There's one of the rookies there. We got Chris Mims. So you're not Hayward Jeffries season leaders. Larry Brown. Vinny Testaverde. I'm not going to say every player. Ronnie Hampton, team MVP card, and Joe Kelly. Actually, I don't think I have a lot of the set at all. This doesn't look like, I know the look of the card, but I just don't think I have a ton of it. Okay. Steve Bono, you just saw him right there. Upper Deck's packs are sometimes a mess. There's a collector's choice, the original Downtowns. Rob Moore there. You got Derek Moore, rookie card. There's an all-rookie team, which is not an insert. That's just part of the set. There's Steve Bono. He was the Steelers quarterback in a lockout. And my family loved him because he played for the Steelers during the lockout. And he played well enough that he got a contract with I think he played for San Francisco and Kansas City. Marcus Allen, there's a Hall of Famer. Steve McMichael. You got Cortez Kennedy, team MVP. And John Baylor. So, like I said, the odds of getting that Walter Payton are very, very slim. Okay, collector's choice. You know what I mean? You see what I mean? It's like the original Downtown card. We got Mark Florio. I don't know. I've never even heard of that guy. Eric Martin. Another all-rookie team of John Vaughn. Rob Thomas checks in. Terry Allen. Herschel Walker. We got Mark Ingram. Marv Cook. Gil Bird. There's a Reggie White. Bill Brooks. Upper Deck's packs are always a mess. You see it in baseball. There's Patrick Rowe. That makes me think of Marshall Faulk. Chris Martin, that uniform. Man, I remember there was so much hype with Marshall Faulk when I was a kid. Thurman Thomas on the back there. There's another Hall of Famer. Cortez Kennedy, team MVP again. So we're already seeing some doubles. Jay Novacek. Sterling Sharp, that's a cool card. Leon Searcy, he was a Steelers rookie. Roman Pfeiffer, there's Barry Foster. He was a hero in Pittsburgh for a couple seasons. Left and didn't play much longer after he left here. It's a great offensive line. Football was a different sport back in the early 90s. Running backs, probably the most popular players. Eddie Anderson. I don't know if Bo Jackson has a card in this or not. His name did not come up when I searched. The checklist, there's a Marcus Allen. Gary Anderson. Shane Colon. Let's see here. There's Clay Matthews. I don't remember seeing Jerry Rice's name either. He must be in the other series. Kevin Green, Hall of Famer. Gary Anderson again. There's Tony Smith, not Troy Smith. Henry Ellard, checklist. They're actually just team checklists. They're not, but I just think it's funny that they're like the old downtown. Reggie Cobb and Keith McKellar. Yeah, I don't know if high series means they just added cards to the set like they do with baseball, because you can get the Griffey rookie in the 89 regular and you can get it in the high series also. So I think you can still get all the same cards. Pretty sure. There's Alexander Wright. Barry Foster again. Mark Rippon. Who's this rookie? Jimmy Smith. Jeff Jager, team MVP. I don't even remember him. Marion Butts. I remember Marion Butts. Oh, I see a good card on the back. Jim Harbaugh. Not a Hall of Famer, but a well-known name. There's Tim Brown, Hall of Famer. There's more boxes of this online. I might buy another one. It's a cool card. Star rookie checklist. There's the rookie checklist. Let's look at these names. Who do we got? We got Edgar Bennett. He was pretty good. Eddie Blake, Brian Bollinger, Joe Bowden, Terrell Buckley, Willie Clay, Ed Cunningham, Matt Darby, Will Fuller, Chris Hackle, Carlos Herrera, Amp Lee, Ricardo McDonald, Dexter McNabb, Chris Mims, Derek Moore, Patrick Rowe, Leon Searcy, Torrance Snail, Jimmy Smith, Tony Smith, Siren Stacy, Kevin Turner, Tommy Vardell, Kevin Turner, Bob Whitfield, Daryl. Now you see why it's not a great set for rookies. There's Barry Sanders. So there's another Hall of Famer, all-time great, Barry Sanders. Kind of an iconic card of my childhood. Didn't have a lot of Barry Sanders when I broke out the old collection as an adult, because my best friend, there's a Michael Irving season leaders, there's Eric Green, who was a stud tight end. Before tight end, this was the original stud tight end, Eric Green. There's another one. Same pack. We got two of them. There's John Elway. Eric Green's another player who left. I think he went to Miami and didn't do a whole lot after he left Pittsburgh. It seems to happen players a lot. Steelers seem to know when to get rid of guys. Okay, Leslie O'Neal. There it is. There's one of the. Is that one of the Pro Bowl inserts? It's definitely an insert card. So there's an insert card. We'll set that one aside. They're not groundbreakingly. Look at that trade. That's a cool card. I don't remember that card. Oh, that's another insert card. G40. Huh. I don't know if I've ever seen that card before. There's Ashley Ambrose. There's an NFL top prospect card. That's another insert. So we got 3 insert cards in one pack. Wait a minute. There's another one. Holy crap. Look at this. Then we got an Andre Reed Game Breakers hologram. That's cool. Junior Seau. Is that another? That's another insert card. They're all insert cards. We got a hot pack. Vaughn Dunbar. Remember him? There's a Mike Singletary. Also an insert. Deion Sanders, also an insert, and another Andre Reed. I'm kind of confused by that pack. Wow. You can see they're definitely different than the rest of them. That's cool. Maybe you get a couple of those per box. Brian Blades, Anthony Carter, the all-rookie team of Larry Brown, Hasty. There's Reggie White, Brent Perryman, Dalton Hilliard. There's a Barry Sanders season leaders. Eric Green, team MVP. Telling you he was the first awesome tight end. There may be people arguing that I just said because I think of Kellen Winslow also. I didn't really see Kellen Winslow play though. I'm not that old. Jeff Jager again. Is he a punter? I think he's just a kicker. A kicker that's your team MVP. That means the Raiders were really good in 1992. Mark Carrier. Still blown away by that entire pack of insert cards. There's an Irving Fryer, Pat Swilling, Mark Clayton, the last card there. Terrence Mathis. Keith McKellar's ripping again. We got the rookie checklist again. We got another game breaker, but this one's going to be Haywood Jeffries. Chris Carter, Hall of Famer. Seth Joyner. We got Louis Lips, Pittsburgh legend. Love Louis Lips here. I think he won the Rookie of the Year his rookie year. I don't really remember that season. But I remember him being a team favorite growing up. Daryl Talley. Brian Cox. Eddie Blake. Is that Anthony Carter again? Boba McDowell. We got Green. Tony Bennett. Kyle Clifton. Eric Bieniemy. Pat Swilling, and David Fulcher. All right, almost to the halfway point. It's going to be a little longer video today. But hey, if you want to see the Walter Payton card, then you better stick around. There's Thurman Thomas, team MVP. Another Marcus Allen. We got a star rookie of Edgar Bennett. He might. No, I don't think his cards are worth anything. He never was a Hall of Fame. We got Stanley Richard, all rookie team. Mark Carrier. Vince Newsome checks in. Rodney Holman. We got a Steve Young, team MVP. Mark Duper and Roman Pfeiffer. Oh, the card jumped out of my hand. We got Will Fuller. Never heard of you. Just Reggie Cobb. We got another Reggie White, team MVP. Another Sterling Sharp, Hall of Famer. Brian Bollinger. Ooh. Mike Crowell. Rookie. There's Herschel Walker. Andre Ware. Leroy Horde. There's Ken. I thought it was going to be Emmitt Smith, but it was Ken Horton. Just a lot of cards to open. There's a star rookie of Chris Hakel. Just was no good rookie quarterbacks this year, I guess. Irving Fryer. So what, do you just get one insert pack per box? I mean, I haven't really gotten that many game breaker cards, but it's actually cool that they made them a little more rare. There's Michael Irving's base card. O'Donnell could have been a Pittsburgh legend, but he had to throw those 2 interceptions in the Super Bowl. That was the halfway point of the box. Here we go with the second half. What do we got here? Season leaders. It's not an insert card. Michael Irving, though. Andre Rison. It's the first time we've seen that. Brian Blades again. Chris Okoye. Christian Okoye. I'm sorry. Anthony Carter. Sam Mills, Hall of Famer. And there's Michael Irving, Hall of Famer. Rob Moore. I'm not going to try that name. Michael Ball. And the rookie. Who's this guy? That's Marion Butts, right? Marion Butts. Look at that. The original downtown. Mark Carrier. Jeff Fiegels. Louis Lips again. Charles Mann. And Mark Rippon. Alfred Williams, our rookie team. Leroy Horde. Matt Darby. Christian Okoye. Neil Smith. Al Smith. Steve Broussard. James Thornton. All rookie team of Chris Miller. I'm sorry, team MVP of Chris Miller. Still haven't seen really any of the big guys like Marino and Elway. No Marino, no Emmitt Smith. Got Barry. I don't think Jerry Rice is in there. It was Brian Cox, all rookie team. Steve Berline. Will Fuller again. There's Emmitt Smith, Collector's Choice. There's Marcus Allen again. Tim Harris, Eric Green, Barry Sanders, season leader, and Gaston Green finishes off that pack. Jim Harbaugh, team MVP. There's Chris Hankel again, Jeff Herod. We got Greg Lloyd. It's fun. Put that one aside. I wonder if that's actually his rookie. It might be. Because he may have not had a card his actual rookie year, so they might be his first card release. I don't remember him having a card in 91 Upper Deck, and I have a lot of 91 Upper Deck. That was the year I bought a lot. Bought a lot as an adult, too. You can still buy a lot of it. Michael Irving again. We got Amp Lee. Who's that? Mark Duper, Michael Jackson, Steve Bono. There's John Elway again. Nothing cooking in that pack. All right, Derek Thomas again. There's a rookie kicker. Keith Jackson. Checklist card. Nothing big there. Thurman Thomas base. Tony Covington. We got Ricardo McDonald, Andre Rison. Warren Moon. It's the first one of those I think we've seen. Star rookie of Dexter McNabb, John Taylor. You got Thurman Thomas base again. Jim Everett. There's Keith Henderson. A light flickering or something. Warren Moon season leaders. Where's that light flickering at? James Joseph, and there's Steve Young, league team MVP. So this is the year Montana went to play for Kansas City. Henry Ellard, Kenny Walker, Thurman Thomas, Warren Moon, and Michael Irving. Season leaders checklist. That's pretty cool. Willie Clay, rookie. Tim McDonald. Kevin Green, Hall of Famer. Brent Jones. There's a team checklist, team MVP checklist. So everything had a checklist. There's Mark Carrier, Marion Butts. Yeah, I'm going to say Jerry Rice doesn't have a card. Chris Carter, team MVP. And Leroy Herod. Leroy Horde, I'm sorry. You got Tippett. A star rookie of Eddie Blake. Fuller. Jim Everett again. Oh, just bent that card. Barry Sanders, team MVP. There's Michael Irving again. Yeah, all these like all-time great players. I'll put them in penny sleeves and throw them in. Oh, there's a Walter Payton Football Heroes card. That's the first one of those we saw in the whole box. Several collector's choice. So we got Eric Allen. He's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, but all these all-time great players, I'll take their cards, put them in penny sleeves, and throw them in their teams. Because if I ever do a card show again, which I plan on doing, I will, sometimes people want that stuff. They don't have that base card or they've never seen it before because people don't really see these old cards anymore because people don't put them out. Get $1 for it, whatever. There's Ronnie Lott. Oh, is that Tim Brown? It sure is. Emmitt Smith, there he is. It's a cool Emmitt Smith. So we got a couple. We only got one of the All-Pro inserts. It was an entire pack of inserts, though. It's really strange. Like, is that how it is? Is that the shot at the Payton? Whoops, sorry. Is that the shot at the Payton in that one pack, or any experienced openers of 1992? No. There's Brian Bollinger, Steve Atwater. He's a Hall of Famer. Another Steve Atwater, back to back. Andre Rison, Mark Ingram. You got Flipper Anderson, Dishman. There's Neil O'Donnell again. Another Michael Irving base. And Freddie Joe Nunn. All right. I think if a player is considered, if you look at their all-time team, and if they're a starter on the all-time team, their card's worth putting aside. Who's this? It's Kevin Mack. There's Barry Sanders again, that iconic card. It's iconic to me. not maybe to all of you. Steve Walsh. There's Sterling Sharp. I think that's the first one of those we saw, too. So the first Emmitt Smith, the first Sterling Sharp base. I do not think Marino has a card in this box because I didn't see one Marino. He's not their team MVP, and he's not on their team checklist because I remember seeing Duper was both of those, I believe. So I guess Duper had a pretty good year in 92. So these are not going to be inserts. There's an Emmitt Smith season leaders. No Brett Favre either. It's Will Buckley. I recognize that card really well. Mark Carrier, and then you have David Fulcher, Marion Butts. There's Clay Matthews again, Kevin Mack, Mark Duper, Steve Young again, and Canavis McGee. Well, that's it. That's 1992 Upper Deck football. There's your stack of all-time greats, Hall of Famers, things like that. I didn't put every Hall of Famer in there, of course. But there it is. That's what you get. Nothing great. You're definitely not going to get your money back. You need to hit the Walter Payton or bust. So more than likely it's going to be bust. But I'm still very, very intrigued by that pack. We got nothing but the insert cards. So we got that. Deion Sanders, a Singletary, a Junior Seau. We got the Reed Game Breaker, but we got a Game Breaker in another pack. It's really strange. There's a Troy Aikman. That's another Troy Aikman. I don't know what this card is. And then we got, we're back to like the base stuff here. So I don't know. I might just stick these inserts in to my quick look up and see what they are. See what they're worth. See if there's any rarity at all. I mean, they're all Hall of Fame players, greats. So I don't know. So that's what you get. 1992 Upper Deck. Might buy this again just for fun. Try for the Walter Payton again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for my next video. Have a great day. Peace.